All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I am not, in fact, your host, Wesley, but I am your host, Brent, tonight. And we're back for another week in these streets. Uh, Durante, how you living, man?
I'm living so good.
Uh-huh.
I'm so good, yo. Like I don't think you understand, y'all. It's just me and Brent now. We got rid of two people. We got two vacant spots. All
Hmm.
right. West is finally gone. We got rid of the motherfucker. I'm happy. We ain't got no more game.
Mm.
We ain't got to deal with the him lying about the mason jar. We ain't
Hmm.
got to deal with we just. I'm just happy. All right.
Hmm.
I'll talk about what. Let me stop playing. Talk about what. But I'm happy. Now, for real, all seriousness, I'm good. On the road as always. But we out here moving and grooving.
Oh, well, good deal, good deal. Well, for those of you who are not aware, Wesley has not, in fact, been fired. Although, and he is technically with us. He's just not on air with us today. Had a little medical something happened last week. Wesley's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. He's fine. But we got him running director duty tonight, so he's just doing a little light work, But he'll be back as soon as his body allows him. But he's doing good. He's doing well. So don't worry about Wes. And then Byron just had some CEO things to tend to this evening, so he just unfortunately didn't make the deadline. But me and Durante say, hey man, we're running a 2-man game. It won't hurt us. So yeah, we're glad y'all are with us. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and please tonight, since it's just the two of us, we would love to interact with you guys in the comments. So definitely hop in. And with all that, I think we'll get into tonight's show.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Durante, I don't know if you saw the interview over the weekend, but Eddie Murphy was interviewed and was asked about his own Mount Rushmore of his own films. And so he listed off four. So his Mount Rushmore of his own movies are Coming to America, The Nutty Professor, Shrek, and then he said 48 Hours. But then after they kind of rehashed it one more time, he sort of waved a little bit and said he could swap out 48 Hours for Dreamgirls to give the ladies a little love, something that they would like to see. He said 48 Hours is more geared
I'm not
toward the
mad at
fellas.
Dreamgirls.
Yeah. So my question to you, what do you think first about Eddie's list of his four Mount Rushmore? And then we'll get into your Mount Rushmore for Eddie movies.
This is Eddie Murphy. Like, in my opinion, he's a goat. A lot of people will argue of Dave Chappelle, Kevin. I feel like he's like if you name like if you put comedy and put it out there, Eddie Murphy's gonna be one of the people I show you. Like he's gonna be one of the people I say, look at this stand up, then look at this movie. Also, just he's got a repertoire of things, and it's not like he can't. He does funny stuff. He can do some serious stuff too. He can do what I mean. He's just talented. So with him saying, I don't know. Sometimes it feels weird for a person to try to put their stuff in like a category, but um, I do like him bringing in trying to show out for the ladies for that because that movie went bad. But Nutty Professor, which one though? Or
Well,
is it
he
just
just
for
said
the series?
I thought he said the Nutty Professor, so I'm gonna assume he meant the original, but he might mean the series in its totality.
Yeah, because that would be in my Mount Rushmore for sure. That would be in my Mount Rushmore.
Okay, we got the Nutty Professor. Okay, that's in yes in yours. Okay, what else you got,
I
man?
wanna I wanna do see this is the thing. I
Mm-hmm.
can't categorize life. I mean he was in life, but I don't know if I can like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll put it there because
Yeah,
it's
put
like
it there.
he had others there and it was like him and Martin Lawrence. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
focus on him. But both Night Professors can go like you can
Mm-hmm.
put that anywhere.
Yep.
Um Beverly Hills Cop
Mm-hmm.
3 was my favorite.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 was my favorite. Then yeah, Coming to America is definitely a goat one for sure. Coming to America.
Okay.
Yeah, I could watch that and still be good. Just like life, I could watch that still be good. Beverly Hills, same thing. Like I'm looking at it in a sense of can I go back and still watch it? Like all the rush hours that Chris Tucker was in, I can still watch those and still chuckle every now and then. But yeah, Eddie Murphy's the goat, man. So him put yeah, that I can stick with that.
Okay. All right. And listen, I don't have much complaints against your list. I did think, and Wesley thought this too. I did think it was interesting that Life, with all of its one-liners, and I know what you said about the ensemble cast. I got another one that's an ensemble cast that I think deserves consideration and would have been something I would have swapped out from Eddie's list just for my own personal taste. So for me, I agree with you on Coming in America. Like that, that's just top tier right there. I'm with you with the Nutty Professor. If I had to choose one of those movies, I lean more towards the Nutty Professor 2, the Clumps. Janet was a better romantic role for him, and
Yeah,
you got him and Buddy Love separate from each other and on the screen together, which I thought was real good. So that's me. I do have an affinity for Life. So that's one that could have made my list. And then my fourth one is Harlem Nights. When I think Eddie Murphy.
I thought about it too. Like I really did, but I don't know. Harlem Nights hit in a cultural aspect, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like because Wes has said this, like he felt like Harlem Nights outtook Life, which I get it, and I'm here for that. But I don't know. Life just had me going more than Harlem. I don't know. But
I
I
mean,
you with those five, you could swap them around to be honest, and then one of them
okay,
will be an honorable mention, and you can't even be mad at it, you know?
right.
Because what?
No, I'm agreeing with you. No, I mean, life. Listen,
Okay,
your toast. My toast stuck off in a bottle. You gonna eat your cornbread? Ida Pappy. I mean, like there's so
so many
many. Like,
quotables, like
look,
yeah,
can't get right. They gave a man a whole nickname. Can't get right. Like,
that's why I was like, and then let's put it this way: I watched Life more than I watched Harlem Nights. Not that I didn't like Harlem Nights; it's
right,
just caught my eye quicker than
right.
in that aspect. So you can literally like I could have did Harlem Nights and then said Life as honorable mention and it would have been good either way. So Eddie Murphy never really made like now he's got a new one on I think it's with dang what's that boy name? I can't he's got another show another movie on Prime. I want to say it's
Yeah,
Prime.
I think it's called the pickup.
Yeah, I ain't seen that yet, but you know even
Yeah,
Doctor Doolittle even Doctor Doolittle was okay, but and then Norbit. I think
Norbit.
my brother loved. Yeah, my brother would say Norbit. He'll put Norbit his top three. He loved Norbit, and Norbit wasn't
I,
bad either.
and I'll tell you one a newer one. Well, I mean, relatively new. Dolomite is my name. I thought was pretty tough too.
Yeah, that shit was.
That's tough.
I seen it twice, but yeah, like I said, it didn't scream at me. But I was just an Eddie Murphy fan, so it didn't even. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the catalog of Eddie Murphy movies are so great, and it doesn't really matter. Like, I know he like when he gave his list, I think he was trying to touch a little bit of everybody. So like, Shrek for him was he got to be a little edgier than he would be on the Disney stuff because he did a couple Disney movies, like he had Haunted Mansion, he did Doctor Doolittle, like you talked about. He was in Mulan, so like he did Disney stuff. But when you work for the mouse, you can only do and say so much. There's only but like with Shrek, because it's a DreamWorks production, they could do a little different edge on the humor. So like there are adult jokes that aren't something that a kid can't hear. They just have to. So like I thought like Shrek appeals to everybody. Adults watch it, kids watch it. There's something in there for us, something in there for the kids, so everybody can get with that. So he touched the kids on that one. Coming to America, I felt like was for the people, right? Nutty Professor gave you him being a majority of the cast. So like I know that
yes,
him and Arsenio played different characters in Coming to America, and you could make the same case. Well, not quite as much, but you can make a little case for like Nutty Professor. He played majority of those characters too in the family, but I think that was sort of what we got there. And then, like he said, Dreamgirls, and I think Dreamgirls was also Eddie saying, okay, you guys have seen me as a comedian, you've seen me do the family friendly stuff. But really, if you think about it, we hadn't really seen Eddie do like a totally fully serious role. And so I felt like Dreamgirls was kind of a step into that, and all of the fanfare that went along with that, and the
hmm
accolades and things, with the Academy Awards and stuff. So I think he had a good mix in what he was looking at and when he kind of looked at overall. But I mean, you're right. You really can't go wrong with, an Eddie Murphy movie. Now, commercially, I know he talked about like Holy Man. There are some that commercially don't do well, but generally speaking, I mean, Eddie Murphy's, his comedic genius, his acting, I think leads to good projects. And his catalog kind of shows that. I mean, my man's got staying power. You think about it, my man been making hits since the 80s, you know, and this
Yeah,
2025.
since
So
the
I mean,
80s. Like,
yeah,
just he's one of
yeah,
those that'll stay relevant, and his name just speaks volumes. Just like him, Denzel. I mean, you can name a couple that's like up there with like the. You add them to the movie, you got to go see it. Almost, you know what I mean?
right. So I don't disagree very much with Eddie's list. Me and you are about the same place. I know you got your Beverly Hills Cop in there. I swapped that out for Harlem Nights, but by and large, we kind
My
of there together.
man.
We both put, and we didn't even mention like Boomerang, so that's another tough one. If you wanted to do kind of his take on a little scary, I didn't talk about it, but Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was like Vampire in Brooklyn. He did something else. Then he do a what little? It was like a not a kid movie, but it was around Halloween. He did another movie too. I can't
What
think of the name of it.
are you talking about? You sure it's not haunted house? It's like we haunted
Yeah,
house.
Haunted House. Yeah, it was Haunted House. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I'm here for that list. Like I said, it's Eddie Murphy. He could have said all his garbage ones. I'd be like, Eddie, you right. So,
Right.
but can we say he had a movie that was like, I can say some actors have had movies I'm like that wasn't for you, and then some stand-ups that was like little too much or a little falling off. I can say like like in his day and age with his stand-up, a lot of stuff he said then he can't say now. But it's like it was like this man could get away with just like Dave Chappelle at the time with like his show. It was like stuff he's doing in that show he can't do now because this day and age fuck around and find out for real.
Mm,
But but they somebody that can't get canceled for real,
mm.
in my opinion.
Well, a haunted mansion was a correction from the
Haunted
chat.
Mansion,
Yeah,
appreciate you.
that's another Disney product. So I referenced that earlier. Now,
I can't see
real
chat.
quick,
Who said that?
that one I don't see. Oh, Ricky and
Fuck
Meredith
Ricky.
said that. Okay, gotcha.
I was playing.
But yeah, so I'm definitely with you. You know, the other thing, Durante, that you mentioned, when you look at Eddie's catalog, right? To your point, some of the jokes he was telling, like I'm gonna just go back to like Raw, for example, right? He can't tell those jokes today. But here's the thing: I think the brilliant comedians are funny no
Mhm.
matter what society determines is appropriate and not appropriate. So he couldn't tell those jokes today, maybe some without some visceral reaction. But Eddie's
Yeah,
comedy has evolved as time has changed, right? So like he knows he can't do some
that's
jokes.
the
I'm sure
thing. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
that's the
some
thing.
comedians
Yes,
get stuck and they can't. But like Eddie, he's like, well, no, I could do it on the kid level. I could be PG-13. I could go rated R if the film required it. But like I can do a broad spectrum. Some comedians they just stuck in whatever their shtick is. Like if their comedy is raunchy comedy, it's just gonna continue to be that. Like they don't really necessarily. I mean, I know some of them try to get out. So some of it is, um, you know. Uh, studios and things like that. But when you really think about it, Eddie's comedy has evolved in such a way that he's able to still do this. With five, working on four, going on 5 decades on. So okay, well, good deal.
I
All
can dig
right,
it.
well, yeah, well, a little bit. I appreciate the conversation around Eddie movies. I wish Wes and Byron were here for their share, but
Well, we
hey,
appreciate the comments of
we
what Brent was
appreciate the
going to
comments.
say. There it is.
Yeah, and Meredith and Ricky, we appreciate y'all for chiming in. Please definitely continue to do so. Y'all will be our third wheel tonight. So we're gonna pivot a little bit, Durante. I'm gonna ask you some a tough one here, and I'm still thinking
Jesus.
about my answer
I
to it.
thought
But
Wes was gone. I thought Wes was gone. Here you go. Go ahead. What? Great. So,
no,
with that being said, does anybody have any questions for me? Reason why? Because I'm trying to still get rid of them. They don't know that, and this is still recorded. So whenever they see it, they'll see it. But as of right now, hey, Brent.
are you trying to get rid of me too? So you are you? Well, so wait, hold on. So we just found out Durante is plotting on us. He's plotting our downfall. That's terrible. All right, see this makes my next question more appropriate because if you weren't like 6.5 hours away, this is what I would do to you tonight, Durante. what was the worst whooping you ever got as a child, and what did you do? Why did you get a whooping? What did you do to get that discipline?
Why do we gotta talk about? All right, so all right, let me. Okay, did you see? Oh, let me ask this question first.
Mhm.
Did you see the TikTok of the mom giving a whooping with a fan?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't get that extreme.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I didn't get that extreme. I think for me,
Mm-hmm.
damn, what's the worst, yo? I think my mom grabbed the first. She no, she was like, a belt ain't gonna work on you. Apparently, I didn't. I'm walking away mad. Next thing I know, I thought I was a slave. I started singing. I felt the extension cord on my back, and yeah, I was just like, it just went down. That was it. I was gone. I
Mm,
and what I did, I ain't gonna lie, I can't remember, but I know that feeling. Oh, that
mm,
feeling hurt, and I'm
mm,
talking like it was just one time. She got me. No, she got me twice. It was like
mm,
Matt, Matt. I was like, and just went down. Went in my room and cried for like 30 minutes.
mm,
Yeah, that feeling I never forget.
mm. Okay, so
I
that
ain't,
was
I
that
ain't never
was.
really had nothing thrown at me either. Like some people get stuff thrown.
Mm-hmm.
I just get yeah. I got in belt, shoe, the extension cord. I feel like it might have been something. The hand. Oh, hand. Yeah, hand was.
Oh, hand.
I mean,
Yeah.
clean across like just handprint. I'm surprised it ain't still there.
Mm, yeah.
But
They
for real,
they. Okay. So the stencher cord was the worst, and you don't
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
remember why. Now I'm gonna ask you a follow question. You don't remember the why. I'm gonna ask you one follow question, and I'll give you mine. So in retrospect, thinking about your childhood now as an adult, um, would you say, Durante, that the discipline you received as a child, would you say that your behavior warranted that? And don't
As
think about it.
as
Don't think about it like you were when you were committing the crime as a child. I mean, as an adult looking back, did the punishment fit the crime?
I mean, yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, fair
maybe,
enough.
maybe. Now, well, let's back up. Sometimes, all right, let's be real. It's been
Mm,
sometimes that you catch a long whooping, and it's like all I did was walk outside, and it's like, why are
mhm,
you beating me this long for just going outside? You know what I'm saying? So it
yes.
depends. Now, acting now, I will put this out there. I was terrible as a child. Um, yeah, I got suspended from school a couple times, probably more than I'd like to admit, but
Mhm,
that might have warranted it. But I can't. I really like when I tell you I cannot remember why I got hit with an extension cord.
mhm,
To this day, I'm like, yo, I know that feeling. It's like sometimes
mhm,
I feel like I just be like, whew, okay, don't want that feeling no more. But yeah, now,
mm,
but nowadays it's like parents ain't. And I know where you. I think I know where you're about to go with it. Parents ain't beating their kids like
mm,
they should be warranted. Like your kid, if I call my mom, that joke I had the one time I said I called my mama by her first name. I woke up 18. That's what would happen to these. That should be happening to these kids now. Like, why are you best friends with your child? Why is your child able to tell you "fuck you" and you be like, "Don't say that"? What?
mm,
Like, what do we where did it go wrong? That's what I want to know. Where did it
mm,
go wrong? Parents in the
mm.
comments, tell me how you discipline your child. My fault. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Speaking of comments, I'm going to read this one. Meredith posted here. So she said, "Worst mistake I've ever made, and never made the mistake again, was to look my daddy in the eyes at the ripe age of 9 after a whooping and say, 'That didn't hurt. I think I saw God that day.'" So Meredith may or may not have met the Lord on that day. She told her dad at 9 years old that it didn't hurt. Um, so for me, Durante, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all a couple things first. We actually talked about this over the weekend. My sister, shout out to Keisha and Greg. We had their baby shower on Saturday, so shout out those two. And congratulations on my upcoming nephew. I'm excited. I got to teach this dude how to.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I,
Congrats.
I got to teach this dude so I can terrorize my sister from a distance. It's gonna be great.
That's all
Um,
I can hear.
but yeah, but so all right, Durante, let me ask you this. And
Go ahead.
I know West didn't get this kind of discipline like that, but I'd be curious to get Byron's take on it.
No,
You want to
yeah,
know how
Weston give me this one.
you want? Well, I mean, he got it, but he probably didn't get it like that. You want to know how I learned syllables? So when we went to school, like in grade school, and they start telling you how to break down a word, they'd be like, okay, apple, right? So you learn. I knew what syllables. I didn't know they were called syllables because they didn't. My mom probably didn't know that term, bless her heart. But so as a young child, when I would get like you get your hand smacked or whatever, I would get what I call now as an adult the syllable whooping. So it would be like the next time I tell you. So
Yes,
I learned.
yes,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yes,
I've heard that
yeah,
before.
yes. The syllable whooping is tough. So I learned syllables. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when the teacher was like, "Do you know how to break down a word?" And I didn't know what she meant at first, and she did that. I said, "Oh, I'm going to be an extraordinarily good student at this.
Hey, I'm here.
Extraordinary
I got this. A plus plus
plus
plus,
plus plus.
and a
Give me
switch.
it."
A switch too. I just thought about it. A switch. Hey, grandma told me go get my own off the tree. You come back with a
Yes.
little one, she go get the branch. That's it.
And you know
Hey,
you in trouble when she twists. When they twist, they pull the leaves
twist
out,
it
they
up.
twist it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm telling
Woo.
you, it's between the switch and that stitch. I'm trying to tell you, if you haven't, for all parents out there, you need to get your child with a switch one time. I promise you, they're gonna at least think about what they did. They're gonna cry for about 2 hours, but they're gonna think about it at least. It's just I just be baffled. Like how do you I just don't know the discipline of people nowadays is giving their child an iPad saying, go sit down somewhere, you get on my nerves.
Yeah.
That's just got them on YouTube trying to figure out how to build a bomb for your ass. Like, what are we doing?
Backwards. Well, and even sometimes, and I hate to cast aspersions on them, but even sometimes the people that disciplined us, like they'll have grandkids,
Uh-huh.
and the discipline changes. They done got soft in their old age. I'm like, no, 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 no. If it was good enough for us, it's good enough for y'all. Now, the worst one, Durante, I haven't got to that. So the worst one,
Oh yeah,
I got
talk to
some
me.
contenders, but the one that perhaps I was most afraid of wasn't even a full on whooping. Although I got those two. I got two. I got two contenders. The first contender. So you talked about well, you didn't have the fan, you had the extension cord. So my non-normal object that I got whooped with was a comb one time. I think I was talking smart to my mom, and I don't remember what exactly I said, but I think she zipped from the living room to my room in a flash, and the comb was lighting me up, bro. Like it was just pop, 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 comb was flying. So just imagine a comb, just a comb, not a big
Yeah,
comb. So she can't really swing that hard. So I mean, you could think it's limited strikes, but this that comb was putting in work. That was
yeah.
tough. And then probably the tougher one than that did not have anything to do with actually her whooping me, but was maybe worse than getting whooped. So my mom, okay, as short as you think I am, Durante, as short as you say my sister is, my mom is shorter than the both of us. Okay, so she like little people size. She like the shack of little people. Okay,
Shack a little bit.
I know Wes is cracking up listening backstage. She the shack of little people. Okay, so anyway, I was doing my thing as you do as a kid. I think I might have been maybe 12. I could have been 13. I don't know if I was older than that. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm in the kitchen this time. And so my mom said something, and I said something smart. This time she came from like the complete opposite end of the house. Like I didn't even know where she was. Next thing I know, Durante, I turned. I didn't get hit. My mom, with her little short little self, had me in the scruff of my collar. She had me up in my collar. And she was looking at me and she was like, don't you ever. So listen, she even had to hit me. The fact that she was able, number one, to reach that high, that was something. Two, the fact that she moved through the house and I didn't hear because it wasn't like I could anticipate the steps, through the house. Like you could hear the steps coming, you had time to prepare for the smack or whatever's coming. My mom walks on the heels of her feet. So normally I can hear her do 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 through the house. That day was
Yeah,
like a just just up and so that might
and
have
then the
been
kid just, whoa, where'd
that
you come
might have
from?
been that might have been the scariest one, just simply because she had never like okay, getting hit, smacked on the hands, hit with a switch, that kind of stuff. I had that, the syllable weapons. I was an expert on getting grabbed up in the scruff of your collar. Put that do a little something different to you. So, and I'll
Not
give you.
knowing. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
I was like, and not real quick. I just say, and to your point earlier about disciplining your children. I remember once I got big enough that probably it would just be too much for her to try to physically discipline. I would still listen. So like the stuff she taught me, the discipline she instilled in me as a child, carried up into my late teenage years. So like I was on the football team, and I remember like I was a sophomore one, and so I was dressing for JV. I was on JV. I was dressing for varsity, and one Friday morning, my mom was like I had got my jersey and everything, so it was home game. I was excited. My mom was like, I was leaving the house, and I was like, well, all right, mom. I was like, I got my jersey. I'm going, and it wasn't like I hadn't already asked, but I guess I had done something, so I made her upset. So she told me, she's like, well, I tell you what, at 3:45, 4 o'clock, your black behind better be stepping up off that bus and onto this yard. You better not. She's like, because if not, I'm coming to Stanton River and I'm embarrassing in front of all them people. So
For
Durante,
all of them.
I wasn't stupid, so guess what I did, Durante? I brought my black behind home. But the funniest thing was I stepped off the bus. My mom was standing there, and my sister got off the bus just a few minutes before I did. My mom's looking at me. She's like, "What you doing home?" And I looked at her. I was like, "You told me this morning that I better have my black behind on the bus. So my black behind is now here in the driveway, following your instructions from this morning." I don't know if she forgot that she told me that. Then she looked at me and she was like, "Oh, I was just playing with you." I was like, "The tone you had this morning, that wasn't just playing."
That wasn't playing.
And
The
so to
tone you had
Durant,
this morning, I was scared.
right. And so to Durante's point, we're not saying, beat your kids, nothing like that. But a little physical discipline helps your no be a no, even after they're too big for you to really, do anything with as far as physical discipline, right? My mom could have done different things. She could have taken, PlayStation or whatever. She could have grounded me in different things like that. But just her no was enough. Now she forgot, and I don't know what I did that morning to make her be angry, but she forgot that she told me that I needed to come home, but I came home. And again, that's something that goes with your kids. So if you train your kid right at home, in theory, I'm not saying kids sometimes don't cut up in the store. Yes, they do, because they know they're in public. Sometimes they feel like they get away with things. But a lot of times, if you enforce your no at home, when you are out, your no will still be a no, and the kids will understand that. And the other thing is, my mom, I will give her this. I didn't always enjoy getting the physical discipline because sometimes I'd be like, there are better ways, and I have logic in my mind that I would explain. But my mom would always take care to explain to me after all of it was over, hey, listen, and when sometimes people say it's cliche, but she'd be like, hey, I'm not hitting you because I take joy in hitting you. I mean, I may be upset, but like, I don't want to hit you. I'm trying to correct you so that when you become an adult, you don't get into things. My grandma would say it this way: we are disciplining, or we are whooping you, or whatever, so that, and we love you and we care about you. The man, meaning the law enforcement and stuff, you get in trouble. They don't love you. They don't know you. They don't care about you. So they're going to beat you with reckless abandon. We're giving you a whooping or physical discipline so that you grow up and become a well-rounded and productive adult that understand. And so I'm with you, Durante. But you had a point, man. I didn't mean to cut you off there just a second ago.
No, you're good. I just parents would say, or my mom would say, "It's gonna hurt you. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you." You
Yeah.
ever heard that? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And Meredith's got one more here. She said, "Yeah, this is a good question." And yes, Meredith, I have. Y'all ever covered your butt and walked backwards into y'all's bedroom to avoid the inevitable ass whooping? LOL, be crying myself to sleep, waking up to the faint smell of spaghetti cooking for dinner.
Nah, the
Listen.
ones for me, it'll be that, or the ones that I remember this. I will give this one. This was a bad whooping, but this is something I thought I had finessed it.
Mhm,
So I got uh I got suspended from school, and
mhm,
the yellow slip came in the mail, and I thought I beat the mailman, which I did,
mhm,
and I hid the yellow slip. So me and another dude across the road, he was going to skip school, so I was gonna go over there. I didn't think my mom knew. I was like, yeah, so I'm just play it off, go to school, whatever. I'm about to walk out the door. She said, "So where you going?" I was like, "Mom, to school, down to the bus stop." She was like, "Okay." Went with me. Walked with no, no, she didn't go with me. Let me back up. She walked to the driveway to watch me. So I had to actually get on the bus, even though I ain't supposed to. So I'm like, fuck, man. All right. Say, it was like, you suspended. I was like, bro, shut up. I gotta figure this out. So the bus went across the street. So I got off there. I didn't know this woman got in the car and followed the bus. When I tell you, she says, and like I got off the bus, about to walk over to homeboy crib. I looked back, I was like, just a dead headlights, and I could hear everybody was like, "Oh," I was like, "Man," when I tell you, she beat me from the time school started till the bus came back, in the same spot. Like we was out there. I was playing now, but no, she whooped my ass, and I was just like, yeah, I ain't had no game for like 2 weeks. I did all the chores. House was spotless because of me. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. She followed the bus, bro. When I tell you, I thought I played it off. I was like, yeah, go across the street. Cause like we were on side street and then the main road, then across the road, there's like some other friends that we'd be hanging with and playing ball with. So one dude, he was skipping. So I was just had to walk through the woods up to his way. Like I was gonna cut through a yard and go up his way. Man, I looked over, I was like, I double took. I said, oh fuck. It was like
Mhm.
I couldn't even run. I was like, it's inevitable.
Oh, that's tough.
That's
Well, look,
that's that one.
I almost wonder, right? Because like a piece of me wonders, okay, you probably were gonna get some action either way. But I wonder did you get more action because you tried to play it out like she already
Yeah.
knew.
Oh, yeah.
Now she like, now I got to waste my gas and my time.
And
Get
my
in this
time
car, right? And my time. Get in this car and follow
to
this bus
follow me to school to see
to
if I
school.
was like, bro.
And if you
But
thought it was bad trying to get to the homeboys house, well, imagine you had got to the school and hopped out and tried to lay low. Oh my god!
oh yeah, I would have just had to try to figure it out at that point. Like,
Ooh.
man, yeah, that one. Order whoopers, and this last one. Order whoopers that you don't know is coming. Like,
Mm.
you know you in church, like you was acting dumb in the store or at church or not. Store be the worst. Church is like they'll catch you real quick. What comedian? There was like they said the old folk back in the day they'll sit here and be clapping, don't miss a beat. It was Bruce. He was like, Grandma be there. Oh, you acting up. Next thing you go clap, bop, and you go right back in the rhythm.
Right.
but um, but yeah, my mom caught me off guard because, like I said, she was like, okay, and she said, calm down, not calming down. Get over here, not getting over there. I'm thinking I'm scot free. I'm like, okay. She said, I'm gonna get you when we get home. I'm like preparing myself, trying to like look over my eye. So she's talking to me, was like, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this for them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I go play the game. I'm like, oh snap, like I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Right
That's
before
the.
bed. When I tell you, like, as I got out the shower and walked in my
Mm.
room, what I tell you, Mom, come on, man. Yeah, that was it. No murder she wrote.
It is
No
the it's
murder
the
she wrote.
it's the whooping that they forgot that they promised you, that you think that they done actually forgotten. So now you done got. So Meredith, to your point, we were dodging it, but we were banking on the, oh, she forgot. And if she forgot,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna say nothing. And then to be fair, the rest of the day, I'm playing it cool like ain't nothing happened. But I'm also making sure not to mess up no more because that's gonna remind her
It's
that I
gonna
done messed
remind
up
her.
early. So I'm on my P's and Q's, right? Thinking I'm clean and scotch free. Like the right they said, when you least expect it.
Expected. There it
Here,
is.
it should be like, oh, you thought I forgot.
It's like slow motion. You turn around, all you see is just the hand this way, like damn.
Right. Right.
Damn. It's just slow motion.
Yes. So no, man, we did that a little bit too. You knew you was getting the whooping. You try to dodge the whooping, but when you thought they forgot, you really and man, listen, I'd be like, I'm gonna be extra good because I'm telling you, if I mess up even a little bit, Durante, I'm finna catch it on sight. I'm thinking I'm doing
That's gonna
something.
be it.
Nah, I ain't. I will say this: the most interesting one is one that was a delayed 2 days where she forgot 2 days. And I really thought I was good then. Like, if you go to sleep and wake up and you still ain't got the whooping, you may be doing all right. And so we got to day 2, Durante, and
He
yeah,
said day two, and that was it.
and that was
Yeah,
and
well,
that was it. Yeah,
a couple hours later, day two.
day 2,
There it
right
is.
there it is, there it is. So yeah, so physical discipline, a necessity. And again, folks, we're not encouraging people to be abusive to their children. We understand that some people take it too far. We're not suggesting that at all. But I do believe a little physical discipline is good, especially at a young age, because it teaches the kids that there's pain in disobeying you, primarily when you're trying to keep the child alive. Like I got a little cousin, he's hard-headed beyond all measure. And I mean, they discipline him, but I take the time when I'm around, hey man, listen, we're not hitting you because sort of like my mom would do me, hey, we're not hitting you because we just mad. Hey man, listen, we looking out for you. You go out here, you 3 years old, you go out here, get hit by a car, man. There's no more you, right? We can't replace you. You're not replaceable. So and ain't no coming
Yeah.
back from that. So it's stuff like that. Again, not anything to be hard to your children. And I will say as an adult, I'm with Durante. I don't know that I necessarily agree that I deserved every whooping I got, But I will say what discipline I have as an adult, a lot of it was because I had a good mom who was enforcing discipline. She made me, I won't say that. I mean, my mom would say that at times I did enough. She was like, "You did enough." So I probably did my fair share of terrible things. But I think getting that discipline made me who I am today. So I don't deserve all of them, but tell you what, they made me who I am. So I wouldn't go back and change it if I could. Now I might change some of my approaches to some stuff, but the discipline I think helped make me a better man. So I'm here for it. All right. Yep. All right, so we are going to pivot a little bit here. We're getting into one of Wesley's favorite topics, food, temporarily. Now, Durante, I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, we can get it to you, but you might have already seen
His
it.
favorite topic.
Yeah. So Kev on stage was showing his son's lunch. So they pack lunch to take to school, but he was showing what they get in today's lunch in the cafeteria. Durante, were you aware? And I'm not sure. So folks chime in the comments for those of you that have school age children, or if you work in the school system today. I would be curious to know if this is something that you guys have seen. But Durante, all right, so back in the day, right, we had milk, right? What was our milk in, Durante?
Carton.
Carton. Okay, right. And at least for us in Bedford County, when we got to high school, when they weren't in cartons, they had like these little plastic cartons, but we always had a carton of some type. Durante, do you want to know what they're serving the people milk in nowadays at the people's school?
Glass.
In bags.
This ain't real. Hey, this is not. No, hell no. This is not real. What the fuck they got bags for?
They got
Like Ziploc bags. This ain't real. Somebody help me.
no, not Ziploc bags, but think of like a prefab bag that's sealed, like sealed inside the factory, like packaging you would have for
This ain't
let's say
real.
like a sandwich, but it's a little thicker plastic. The milk comes in plastic bags, basically. Kevo State said there were no straws, so I don't know how the children were expected to drink said milk.
This
Now,
ain't real.
interestingly enough, they did have a carton of juice. Kevo State said when he went to school, they didn't have juice. I don't know what he was doing. We definitely had small cartons of juice all throughout school. But Kevo State is a little older than us, and he was a little further in the South, so maybe that modifies some of what they were having in their nutritional programming at his school. But they juice is in a carton, Durante. So the juice is actually in a cardboard carton that you can, fold and open on up like we did all the time back in the day. But they gave the kids milk in plastic bags. The other thing that was interesting in this plastic bag, which I thought like Kevin on stage, they showed a bag that appeared to look like coleslaw mix, but it was actually a salad. The salad also was in a bag, Durante, just like the milk was in a bag, not a resealable bag, like a bag you gotta open like chips or like a prepackaged. And there was nutritional facts on the bag, okay. And
This ain't
then,
real, bro.
bro, I'm telling you. And the other thing was the salad did not come, I don't think, with dressing or utensils. So my man, they was giving them kids bare naked salad with no utensils to eat with.
So they treat them like rabbits.
I mean, I see some of the comments. They're like, "Man, your kids are incarcerated."
Yeah,
So
facts. They gotta be. They gotta
um,
be.
and Meredith just made a comment here. I'm going to read this because Meredith is a teacher. So Meredith said, "I'm a teacher, and our milk comes in giant plastic bags, and it goes into a milk machine, and the kids put the cup under it, and it pours out into their cup."
Okay, I've
That's
seen that
different.
before.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
different.
that before. Because you can press the jump and then
Yeah,
that's totally fucking
different.
understandable. I've seen Who in the fuck is giving these kids baggies of goddamn milk? They treating these
I,
kids like drug dealers. Hey, you want some? I got the 5 ounce milk. You want some? Like what the
you
fuck?
want some? Right. Listen, look. I got two bags right here. I got two bags. What you got, man? What you got over there?
I got the strawberry, the regular, and the chocolate. I
Right.
got it today.
Look,
I got the
look,
Napoleon today.
look. In the wintertime, my man got the hoodie on. He got the milk in his pocket. He's shaking them around. He's like, which one you want? Which one you want?
Which one
He go
you
to
want? I
chocolate.
got you.
You get the chocolate. I got
This
you.
is
I got you.
insane, bro. Where?
He sent it to your Instagram.
I hate this motherfucker here. I thought we got rid of this nigga, yo.
Oh, for those of you that are not aware, I know it seemed like a disjointed break. So again, as I told you, Wesley is here tonight. He's just not here on screen. So he's directing us from the control room. Okay, he's sent it to Durante so Durante can get up to speed. Durante is looking at it right now as we speak. But Matt just gave us some insight into it. Now, Matt, that's interesting with the dispenser, and I can get with that. That's fancy. Wes would say that's something that we would have at our fancy schmancy school. Meredith also said not the dime bag of milk. Yeah, Meredith. I mean, it looked like a dime bag of milk based on what Kev on stage showed us. I would be curious too for other folks, other parents or teachers out there, if you know anything about what your kids are having offered to them as the nutritional program at the schools. I'd be curious to know, is anybody else's kids drinking milk out of a plastic bag? Now, Meredith, they got a dispenser. That's a little different. That's fancy.
This ain't real, bro. Who gave their kid this something you give? God forgive me when I say this, please. This something you give homeless people at like a shelter. I
I'm trying not to laugh. And these, and mind you, these are private school educated children in California.
This ain't real, bro. Private school getting cheap. You thought people say public school. If this is private school, y'all can't sit here and tell me. I seen, as a matter of fact, I seen a nigga in Philly carrying the same bag. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. That's not, nah. Y'all can't be doing kids like this. If they make this country wide, oh, parents gonna start homeschooling. There ain't gonna be no more school system.
I'm
And the
also
kids gonna
curious.
be dumb as shit because the parents ain't even gonna homeschool correctly.
Right. Well, it also begs a different kind of question too, and I mean it's not funny, but it is. I mean, one of the things that this is something even locally that's affecting us a little bit. They're
Bean
getting
dip?
out of bean dip. Oh yeah.
French toast sticks.
Yeah,
Who the
yeah. That you can make your own.
Why this pair? My fault, Brent. It keep going. Why does pair look homeless? I ain't never seen a homeless pair in my life. The pair looks skinny, like it shouldn't have gotten pulled off the tree yet. What the?
Yeah, that pair has some eating left to do from the tree. It didn't get to finish.
Now the wild berry carton of juice. That the only thing in that fucking thing that made sense.
Yes, I agree
Because
with that.
that's the only thing that made sense. Everything else in that bag looked like a ghetto ass MRE. That Never mind. If y'all know what MREs is, that's what the fuck I had um for yeah for military. Anyway, that's the
Yes.
fuck this looked like. This looks like a
Yeah.
homeless MRE.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to figure out. They gave the kids the to your point, the bean thing that they could make I guess a chili cheese dish out of with the chips. Per Kev on stage, they were frozen, so the kids don't have no way of heating this stuff up either. Like I'm trying to figure out. It don't make sense, Durante. It don't make sense.
I'm not here. I'm just here so I don't get fired.
And I'm curious because one of the things locally that's affecting us, and I don't know if y'all paid attention to Durante, you may, because I know, your other revenue income source there. Restaurants in the Commonwealth of Virginia are having to move away from certain plastics.
Styrofoam, bro.
Styrofoam, yeah. I'm trying to figure out. So we went from cardboard cartons, right, which are made of wood, right? It comes from a plant, okay, which is natural, okay. I mean, I know they put some coating and stuff on there to keep the milk from seeping through and all that. Fine, okay, but mostly natural. And now they're just putting the stuff in plastic. I'm like, well, microplastics is a problem. How come we encasing milk in plastic? It wasn't in plastic before, and now y'all putting it in plastic. I mean, I know the stuff in the store and the jugs. I mean, but that's different. This is actually like malleable plastic, like a bag, y'all. Like, I mean, you could squeeze it. And the other thing is, I mean, these things have to be easy to pop with some pressure too, right? So this leads to other shenanigans that kids might decide to take upon themselves to do in a lunchroom. I got some questions about this strategy.
I got some questions about whoever thought that was cool to give a kid. I somebody got who was high and said, you know what? Let's start giving kids baggies of lunch and breakfast all in one bag, and hope they spread it out between that. Because as much food as they gave them is some that they would eat only at lunchtime.
Right.
And you expect this kid to have the discipline. What grades are these? Is my question.
His oldest son is very relatively close to graduating high school. He's got to be at least a sophomore, maybe even a junior. So these are big kids. I mean, his youngest might still be in middle school, but if he is, he's probably like 8th grade. So like these are high school kids, man.
Yo, they treating these kids, they preparing these kids for jail. There's no fucking way y'all are out here feeding these kids this shit and thinking it's okay. Y'all trying to say something that's not right. No, I'm playing. That ain't what they doing. But for real, it don't make no sense to give a high schooler with a high metabolism uh uh a dried ass not ready to eat beans and chips. Like what the
Also, your
what the
stomach,
fuck are we doing?
if you ate all that in a day, bro, your stomach gonna be doing backflips, bro. That anorexic pair, them terrible taco chili, whatever they want to call that stuff. That stuff got to duke it out inside your body. That's a nice.
And then
And
it's
you
going to
drinking this
duke
milk
out
like
of you. Like, yes, it's
right,
going to duke out of you. Like, the fuck are we
right.
doing?
And then just think so.
Immediate diarrhea.
And so look, imagine Durante. It's a hot day. You know, hey, global warming is a thing, right? We've been having it. School just got back in. So imagine it's like your PE day, right? So you got gym today. You done drank this milk out of plastic bag. You done ate this terrible French toast. By the way, the French toast we used to have at least in Beverly County. I can't speak for your way, Durante, and I know Byron in here and Weston on to speak for the other locations. But I'm gonna just say, Beverly County, our French toast sticks actually look like it came from bread and they actually did something to. I mean, I know they came prepackaged and they dropped them in a fryer or
Yes.
whatever they did.
Yes.
But you could actually tell it came from bread at some point. It was
Yeah.
originally bread, like
Those French toast sticks, they molded cardboard, got it wet, and like bend it up, and then
they put
add
it.
some color into it and put it in the plastic. There ain't no fucking way that ain't what the fuck we ate. What the that's a private school. I'd be pissed the fuck off if I sat here spent money for my child to go to private school and they're out here eating homeless meals.
Right. So, and
Fight
just
me.
and I don't know
Fight me.
what these schools cost, but I'm gonna just go on a limb here. Let's say tuition per month is like $3 or $4 grand, right? Just go with me for a
Right.
moment. It may not be that high, but if I
I'm
done
here
paid
for it.
y'all, I done paid $4 grand, right?
Hmm.
Y'all better be feeding my child. There better be people in there actually cooking this stuff like they on a cruise ship. Somebody in there taking raw meat and putting it on a griddle and cooking.
Bruh, I'd be cool if they gave at that point, if they gave them kids steakums. Y'all ain't even gave these
I know. I know.
y'all could have gave them steakums instead of this shit. What the fuck is For
I don't
those
know.
y'all that don't know, message me, Wes or Brand. We will send it to you directly. But
Yeah.
or look up Kevin on stage. Shout out Kevin on stage. Um, I'm still shocked. That's insane.
Yeah,
Man,
that is
next
definitely.
next subject. Fuck this shit.
So real quick, I'll close with this. So Meredith said the shit I see these kids eating at lunch is insane. They be dipping their fries in mayonnaise and everything. Haha, did y'all ever eat weird combos when you were in school? Well, yes, Meredith, I did. So we'll close on this, Toronto. We'll do our weird combos. Wes isn't here, so we don't have to worry about what he didn't
No,
imagine. He
yeah, we
might
ain't
tell
got
us
to
in
worry
our
about the
ear. He ain't
19.
got
We
to
ain't got
worry.
to worry about the 19
Now,
weird combos he fucking
now,
did. I'm good.
now, Meredith, don't judge me, okay? Now, well, first, Meredith, I got a question for you, but you can answer this later, and I'll just see the answer when it pops in. First, I just wanted the kids to have chicken nugget days because first of all, that was like my jam. Thursdays were
That
chicken
was a
nugget days.
staple. It was chicken nuggets, pizza, and then I feel like it was something else out there. But those are three definitely I look forward to. Chicken nuggets
And
and pizza. And then if
and
you were
and
last, like if you're the last one coming and she had some extra ones, she'll throw it in the plate. Boy, sure, we're gonna throw it away anyway. Yes, ma'am. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Give me my 12 chicken nuggets, I'm gone.
right, yes, and we used to do that with some of the like if they made stuff, especially like the early lunch because we Beverly County, our schools were so big, we went to lunch in waves. Nobody went to lunch all at one time. We went in waves.
Yeah, it was
So
a waste.
if you was the first lunch, and let's say you were close to where breakfast wrapped up, sometimes they would take the extra biscuits and they had them in there. And you could get them joints for free. So you
Yeah.
had like you'd be like, oh shoot. So you take what I would do, and I know this is the fat man in me, but what I take that'd be my riding home snack. I take my little steak biscuit, put that in the book bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I had me a little snack for the ride home. Especially because lunch early. You know, we eat lunch at 11 o'clock. bro gonna be hungry by 3:30, 4 o'clock, man. He gonna be
Yeah,
hungry.
facts. Yeah, you're gonna
He
be
gonna
hungry.
be hungry. He gonna be
I
hungry.
respect
So
it.
So Meredith said they serve chicken tenders sometimes, but she's never seen chicken nugget day. My God. My God. The children don't know nothing. Durante, the kids don't have nothing. They done took all the
They
joy
ain't
from
got
the kids.
none, bro. They don't even got. I mean, but that's the bird like schools. So like
Mhm.
I don't know how West was treated. The city schools, how West was treated. Yeah, they ain't really look out for them. We got the good shit. We got the
Yeah.
mozzarella sticks.
Oh my
No, not they
God.
weren't even mozzarella sticks. They were like the breaded
Cheap.
cheese jumps, but them
I
just hit.
think they call them cheese sticks. You're right. Them mugs smack. Oh my God.
I don't even care. Like a lot of people are like them Jones. Nah, them Jones was busting. Like you get the ones that just came up.
Mm.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you something real.
Well, and then
Trying to tell you
one
something
time
real.
they randomly took the cheese sticks, and I don't know if they made them like that or wherever they bought their supplies from. If they just the same place that made the cheese sticks made a pizza that had a stuffed crust that was basically the cheese stick on the back of a piece of pizza, Durante. So imagine a cheese stick on the back. We had that like once or twice. I was like,
All right, y'all
okay.
got that.
I
You
said
got
the
me on that
cheese
one.
stick was already out of sight. Y'all don't put pizza with the cheese. I said, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Y'all got me on that one. That's go.
Oh, so Meredith got one. We'll close out with this. Meredith says, so today the kids had a steak and cheese quesadilla. She said, but I say they looked they looked rough. She said so even they weren't looking quite hot. That's terrible. They look rough. That's something.
Good God, man.
All right. Well, we'll move on from that. And so since uh we talked about lunch, and we'll stay on the topic of food for a little bit. So Wes got some things for us to talk about, and we're going to actually get to one of the other things. Probably looking at our time, maybe. Real quick though, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not aware, I'm going to make you aware now. If you are in the market for shrimp, you probably shouldn't buy great value shrimp for a while. The other shrimp might be okay, but don't buy the great value shrimp. And the reason being is because they have detected a radioactive isotope in shipments of shrimp that came from, if my reading was correct,
I'm not even eating
India.
shrimp until they get this shit. I don't even care because keep going. My fault.
No, you're fine. So the FDA has issued a warning saying that it is, or basically a recall due to possible radioactive contamination. So apparently, cesium 137, which is, as I said before, a radioactive isotope, or CS 137, basically that U.S. Customs and Border Protection detected it in shipping containers at 4 ports in the United States. So the FDA tested a frozen sample, and it's Indonesia, Indonesia. The company is BMS Foods. It came back positive for it. And so basically, if you have any kind of frozen raw shrimp that has a best by date of March the 15th, and there is a lot number for these items which you could look up, it is recommended if best by date March 15th, and basically with these lot codes, you probably should throw those out. And I would imagine the stores are probably pulling them from the shelves. So again, just be mindful of that. But radioactive shrimp making its way to a freezer near you. Who knew?
Freezing near you is crazy work.
I mean, listen, I didn't know. Listen, on my list of things on my bingo card for 2025, I didn't have that I needed to bring a Geiger counter with me when I went to buy groceries in the grocery store. But I guess that's something new in our purview now.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm
Durante,
just.
what you think about some radioactive shrimp, bro? You try to get some superpowers? You gonna be a Spider Man?
I don't even want shrimp no more. I like it, man. They fucking me up. I gotta wait to eat shrimp till next year. Like this some bullshit, bro. They fucking me up. They fucking me up. How they get through?
I I don't know what they.
Indonesia, they be cooking shit with their feet. I don't even I don't even like what the fuck. I don't even want
What,
to. I'm not even hungry no more.
well, to be fair, they are raw, so they haven't cooked them yet. I got more important questions about the fact they're radioactive and where did they source these shrimp from? Where they
Yeah,
got
that's what I'm saying. Where'd y'all get them from? Like,
oh, that's tough. But I mean, I guess technically, Durante, the government did find it, and they did say, "Hey, hey, hey, don't eat that." So to be fair, the do nothing government that we have of today at least did a little something and said, "Hey, please don't eat radioactive shrimp. It's probably going to kill you. And at the minimum, it might make you sick at the very least." So they did try to look out for us. But yeah, radioactive shrimp, something else on your 2025 bingo card. Um, so we talked about food, and so now, Durante, we probably this will be our last topic, and then we'll probably get up on out of here. I know it's we've been on for a little bit, but and last topic is very apropos because of what we've been talking about. We're talking about food items and things going through you. We talked
I don't
about
like
the
where this is going.
well, you're not gonna like where it's going, but it's a conversation we're gonna have. Durante, I'm going to ask you a weird question first. Wes didn't give it to me this way, but I'm going to ask it this way because I want to get a reaction from you. And folks watching, I would love for you guys to participate a little bit too on this one.
I know y'all know
Durante,
now it's gonna be if Brent asks me if it's gonna just be me on this show. I'm like, y'all know now. Go Brent.
okay. Durante, if toilet paper did not exist today,
Oh no! Oh, like where this is going? Hell no!
if toilet paper did not exist today, Durante, what what other methodology would one use to clean oneself after a bathroom visit?
Paper towels, because you said toilet paper, paper towels. So here we go.
Okay, okay. Let's remove most paper products. So there's no paper towels, there's no baby wipes, there's no dude wipes. We ain't got no toilet paper. Humans never invented it. We never came up with it. What's your go-to? What's your go-to, sir? What you
Who came
use?
up? Who put you to ask this question?
Well, I asked the question because the topic is about toilet paper, and the in the past, before humans invented paper for us to be sanitary when it came to the restroom, human beings use a lot of different apparatuses, and that's the only way I can determine to call these group of items apparatuses. Your Roman people used a sponge on a stick that they dipped in vinegar, but one of the things that Wesley brought him, something we were going to talk about, I believe, last week or week before last, was the corn on the cob. So in the Americas, corn on the cob, or let me rephrase that. Actual used cobs. Okay, so there's no more kernels on them. Okay, we've eaten the corn. Were sometimes dried out and used as a methodology by which to clean one's backside in ye olden days. So there's a second part to this. We haven't got to the more modern part, which requires indoor plumbing. I'll get to that momentarily. But first, let's start with the cob toilet paper. So Durante, if you
Is this because Wes? Because we were talking about corn on the cob, and Wes decided to research this shit. Wes, I know you hear me. Fuck you. Now go.
okay, well, I don't. Oh, wonderful. Good. So good synergy. So
He lying.
here's the thing. For those of you know where Wes said I asked the question in a similar way that he was going to.
He
So
lying.
the
Wes
other
know
thing
good
is,
and fucking well he lying.
so we okay. So I told Wes when we had a soft conversation about this, not today. This was I said, well, Wes, of all the things, better than using. Oh, and by the way, I told y'all about this sponge in this bucket that the Romans were using. This was a communal sponge. So they would go to a communal restroom and you do their business. And
Oh
then
yeah.
and I'm gonna give y'all a tough visual because I want to drive home the point. So the four fellows from the show is in the bathroom together. Durante got to pass the bucket to me. I know, but I'm driving home a visceral point. Wes said he wasn't gonna do this. I'm doing this just to get a rap reaction out of Durante and maybe get some action out of the comments. I got some here. I'll
The
read
comments
those in
left. Everybody left. They don't know. Everybody gone.
there's some comments here. So we're passing a sponge and a bucket down from one person to the next. We're dipping it in this vinegar solution and then using said apparatus. But they came up with the corn cobs. And I told Wes of all the things that wasn't paper and wasn't leaves. And Gregory, shout out to you. I do see you said tree leaves. Meredith, I see you said cut up t-shirts. Now, Meredith, don't flush your cut up t-shirts because if we still had indoor plumbing but no toilet paper, you could stop up your toilet that way. So you may have to find another way to dispose of them. But we'll figure that out, when we cross that bridge.
Gregory said use leaves.
Yes,
I'm
use
here
leaves,
for it,
which is
but I'm allergic to poison ivy. So if y'all give me the wrong leaf, that's it.
hey, hey man, listen, you better go out there and know your leaves. That's all I look like I got to tell you, man. You better know your leaves. But okay, but this opens the segue now that we've talked about for first the right thing. I want to know, would you okay, compared to a sponge on a stick, okay, a sponge on a stick, cutting up a t-shirt or you know, whatever, would you feel comfortable using not today, obviously we have, thank the Lord, we have sanitary paper.
Thank
But
yo,
if we did not
God
have
bless
toilet
you.
paper, would you use a corn cob, Durante, to clean yourself?
Hold on. What the fuck? Give me a second.
Sure. All right. While Durante works on that, I'll read this comment out loud. So Ricky said, well, in the old days, old days, it was the left hand, which is why we shake hands with the right. So shout out to Ricky for a little known fact. Also, them mugs has some stinking left hands. Yeah, you can tell me what your them
If
mugs
you're
has.
not, no, keep going. I'm just in shock right
Okay.
now. This is even a real conversation.
Okay. Well, real quick though, would you use a corn cob if that was all you had? Would you use a corn cob, Durante? My answer is yes. I'll answer first. I told Wes, I said, okay, if I couldn't get leaves or some other apparatus so close to what toilet paper simulates, a corn cob is better than a communal sponge for me. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, communal sponge is out the fucking window. You remember? Hey, you remember Demolition Man? You seen with Wesley
Yes,
Snipes and Mel Gibson? The three
yes.
seashells. That's what I'm using. I don't even know how to fucking use them, but I feel like that's what I'm gonna have to use.
Well, yeah, that's better than the daggone communal sponge for daggone sure. All right.
No,
So
corn cob had to be it at that point. Because I mean, you can do leaves, but if somebody picks them for you, if you in community and they like, yeah, we pick leaves, and they got poison ivy or poison oak leaves, and you don't pay attention, that's your ass, Mister
whew,
Postman. So like, I don't know what to
whew,
tell you. Yeah, exactly.
whew.
What else? T-shirts, like you said, you can't really, I mean, maybe I guess take a shower after everyone. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like that's about as close as I can get. Corner cop.
O- Okay, so we got to the running water. So now we're gonna pivot a little bit. All right. So on that same line of logic, and I'm gonna add something to it, but we'll get to what Wes's second point was. So, all right, now that we live in a time where there is toilet paper and we have modern amenities, I got two questions for you. First question: what do you feel about the use of, in addition to, so not toilet paper first, yes, but what do you feel about like sanitary wipes, like wet wipes, dude wipes, that kind of thing, after you complete your bathroom business, but before you go and wash your hands? And please, people, Durante tells y'all every week to take a bath. Make sure y'all washing y'all's hands after y'all go to the bathroom. But anyway, if you after you have completed your business, but you want a little more refreshment, and maybe like you said, maybe you're in a public place or somewhere, you're in a place where you don't really have time for a shower. What do you think about the sanitary options that exist now? Do you think they're a good idea, Durante, to help you stay as fresh as you possibly can?
You said sanitary, like baby wipes or something like that.
Yeah, like the baby wipes and stuff. Yeah.
So, should I tell this? Yeah, well, yes, we carry baby wipes and stuff with us because when we do like field or whatever, we're out there for like maybe 2 3 days. Can't catch a
Mhm.
shower. We got baby
Mhm.
wipes. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Right.
So yes, baby wipes are vital. Very
Mhm.
vital.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
when you're
And
out in public and can't, yeah, do what you gotta do. All right. Now, you just saying fucking I'm gonna wait till I get home, you a nasty motherfucker. I just want you to know that. Anybody out there, you a nasty motherfucker. Hey, do what you gotta do.
yes. And I'll just say this. In my house, if you go to any restroom inside this house, maybe save the one in the basement where most of the time we're not entertaining people. There are in the bathroom, we have wipes. So people are welcome if you come in because, hey, listen, you want to be as clean as you possibly can, right? So we invite that. I know that we as a show commented do wipes all day. I can definitely get behind that for sure because that is something we do, and we take them with us when we travel. So a lot of times we'll buy like the big multi pack at Walmart, and I got like I don't know 5 or 6 packs. One go to one bathroom, one go to another bathroom. We're going on a trip. I pack a brand new one in that. And so I try to keep those on me. Now there are times where I'm out. Maybe sometimes I don't have them, and I always wish that I do. So if I can have them with me, I take them with me when we travel and things like that. So I'm with you, Durante. So Wes's last piece here was, what do we think about as far as cleanliness when it comes to the restroom? What do we think about bidets? Have you ever? And I'll ask it this way:
Oh,
Have
I
you ever?
had to think about what the day was. My fault.
Oh no, you good. You good. What are your thoughts around a bidet in conjunction with bathroom habits?
Ah,
And I got a thought around bidets myself, but I'm curious to see what yours is first.
I don't feel like no.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna ask you
No,
why, but I think I know why. Okay, but why, Durante? Why not?
it ain't sanitary. But
Okay,
somebody would say the same thing as a regular bathroom ain't sanitary. But I mean, but a bidet is.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, that just
Yeah.
don't fit. I just don't. Yeah. The comfort of your own home, yeah, but public, no.
Nah.
When you get done, I gotta ask a question.
Okay. Well, real quick, let me say this, Durante. To your point, I'm kind of like the idea of a bidet would work, but it would only work in this regard. And I know this isn't conducive to a public environment. A
Hmm.
bidet would only work for me if the bidet also can, like if I'm also using soap and a washcloth or something in conjunction with, because just spraying my backside with water, I'm just creating an aerosol effect where I'm splattering. You know what I'm saying?
There we
Like,
go.
and I'm not
Yes.
knocking the bidet. Like, I get that it reduces paper waste and stuff like that. I'm not knocking that. But to me, I need a little soap action happening. I need to be, as clean as I possibly can be. And to me, in a roundabout way, a bidet is a slightly different version of the guy that uses the bathroom and jumps in the shower, right? Now, if you mix a little soap with it, you might have something there. But to me, just spraying your backside and saying, "Oh, okay, we're clean enough." We haven't
Mm,
verified cleanliness. Like the wipes,
I
at
just
least
yeah.
you can verify. Okay, we are clean. If nothing else, I hate to be crude this way, but hey, listen, ain't nothing gonna be in my drawers. We gotta take it back to childhood. Ain't nothing to be in these drawers
Ain't
here.
that yeah. No,
Yeah,
be real about it.
yeah.
But my question was, are you are you using the bathroom in public restrooms or no?
All right. So here's a funny thing. As a typical rule of thumb, if I can help it, right? I typically do not try to use, like, if I got, I mean, if obviously there are times you can't help it, but if I am in control and I'm relatively close enough to home, I'm in my home bubble. I just wait till I get back home if I got to drop something off. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we're
Yeah,
doing,
facts.
if we just doing some liquid exchange, oh yeah, I do that anytime. Man, it's fine. But
Yeah, that's
uh,
fine.
if,
Yo,
yeah, but I got
hell
to be at
no.
a bind. I got to be at a bind, Durante, to use the
It
people.
depends on where I'm at. Work,
Mhm,
work. I
mhm.
yeah, it depends. You know what I mean? Because I mean, with the buildings I'm in, yeah, we got good work staff. You know what I mean? But or
Right,
people that come in and clean.
right.
I mean, hotels, yeah. I mean, you're going to, but like sheets, gas stations, fuck no, hell no. Walmart, hell no.
Oh no, no,
Even
no.
though Walmart had gotten, so I will say, I don't know what hiring staff they did for cleanliness in Walmart, but the Walmart on wars has gotten better. It used to look like kids was in there throwing toilet paper all over the place. Now it's gotten better, but still though, I'm
No.
on the way home. I'm on the way
Yeah,
home.
I'm. Yeah,
Restaurant,
I mean,
same thing. I'm on the way home.
yeah. If I'm close enough to home, or like you said, like if I'm out of town and I'm close enough to my hotel room, I'll just wait and go when I get there. Unless again it's an emergency and the body gonna do what the body gonna do. If that's the case, then I gotta bite the bullet. I will say this, no pun intended. I will say this. No diddy. I I
No
will say
diddy.
this. Yeah, no diddy. I will say this though. I think now to your point about that. Now I haven't really had to avail myself of this, but now one gas station that could potentially be a Bucky's, because they have people that actually are bathroom attendants, and
Yeah.
you got a whole water closet. So like when you go, like for folks that never experienced Bucky's, there's a door that runs the length, like so people can't. It's not like a stall where people can see your feet swinging. No. You go into essentially. You go into essentially a water closet,
Yo.
a water closet. And so there's just you. There's wall and tile all the way around, so no one can see you. When you turn the lock on the door, it tells it's
Not the
occupied. There's
feet
also
swinging.
there's all yeah, I know, right? There's also a light above the door, so there's multiple indicators someone's using the restroom. And then there are people in there that attended, they come in, they clean. But Bucky's does you one better. They, in addition to giving you your own water closet, they also give you sanitizing foam that you can take on a thing and actually put on the toilet. So in addition to them cleaning the toilet, keeping up the restroom, they also have personal things as you go in by yourself to further sanitize, the toilet seat before you sit down. And they still have, I think, some toilet seat covers if you wanted to avail yourself of that. So they give you multiple options, but they're going to make sure that your bathroom experience is as hygienic as they could possibly make it. And then because they have staff inside those restrooms, they're making sure the sinks and things are clean, so you're not having to worry about, like, sometimes the worst thing for me, you use the bathroom, you go to the sink, some idiot has gotten water all over the sink, like it's like everywhere. And now, unbeknownst to you, because you walk in to wash your hands, now your shirt done got something on it. Yeah, so I hate that. So they do a good job of keeping that kind of stuff down. But Gregory had a comment here about this bidet. He said, "Water pick for the backside, LOL." And I agree with that, Gregory. I mean, a bidet in principle is okay, but we got to have some soap and some action going. Because if I'm shooting water, we can't just be spraying particles everywhere. That's crazy work.
What's in that jar?
Oh, there's water. I poured it in here when I was talking to you.
You see how fast, y'all see how fast he proved himself? Wes, like, oh yeah, maybe it's mixed down. Yeah, like he said it's water. See, Wes got to go through 17 fucking hoops. This is why we got rid of his ass. But it's cool.
I see it. I got another one that's still sealed, but yeah, I got to keep the water on deck. We got to stay hydrated in these parts. And before anybody asked before, I had tea in my glass that was just regular sweet tea from the weekend. So nothing in that either. But yeah, good stuff. Okay. All right. Well, I think Durante have sort of reached the natural stopping point here. Unless there's something you want to bring up. I know you had one topic that you might have had that you want, but you said you might wait till next week. So you want to wait till next week? We'll wait till next week and run it. Okay, fair enough then. All right. Well, cool. Well,
I will say this on a football topic. I just want to get this out the way.
Yep.
Treat people the same way you treat others. That's all I'm saying. Treat people the way you treat others, because it starts looking ugly. Only comment I seen was Archie Manning came out of nowhere, defended his nephew, or what would that be? No, nephew. Right?
Archie,
grandson.
Grandson. Yeah.
Came out defending. No, he ain't going to the NFL yet. Blah 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 blah. But when someone else does it for their son, oh, you doing too much. Boom, boom, boom. Just treat people the same way you want to be treated.
Can I add an addendum?
That's all.
Ooh, can I add an addendum to that? I want to add an addendum to that. Here's the other thing. No offense to Archie. When one of your sons, and you can pick, it doesn't even matter which one. When you could do Eli or Peyton. I know he's got another son, but I'm talking about the NFL boys.
Yeah.
When either one of your sons had a better career than you, have a seat. You the head of the family. That's cool. You made them. That's cool. You don't get to be the official person, spokesperson. Now, if Eli, Peyton come out, that's a little different. And I say that because this.
But they not though. That's that they not going to do that. It's that old ass mentality that people got. And then the media is like, well, he is the head. I don't give a fuck. It's the same way Deion treated his kid. His kids was like, nah, we hoping that he go to a good team, or this, that. Oh no, Deion, you need to stay out your son's business. Here come Archie. Well, no, he ain't going to NFL. Oh, Archie's right. He might need some time. Bitch. Huh? Anyway, I'm done. I just want to get that.
Well, Archie is also the same guy that made a whole hissy fit about his son being drafted by the Chargers, and that's how he ended up in New York. So, I mean, this is par for the course when it comes to him. But I would say this. no offense to Archie Manning. Archie Manning, what have you done for anybody? I mean, you didn't win anything of renown. I mean, you won NFL games, sure. You're doing better than me because you made it to the NFL, but you also made the NFL when they still had plumbers and foremen who playing in the NFL, right? These weren't world-class athletes all the way yet. I'm not saying they weren't some, but they weren't fully world-class athletes. The other thing I wanted to say, Deion Sanders is a multiple-time NFL champion.
Talking
The
shit.
man played baseball and played in World Series. Like
I was gonna
it'd
say
be
he
one
played in the
thing.
World Series and Super. Talking shit.
Y'all listen. The man played a game for his football team, got on a plane and played in a playoff game for the Atlanta Braves in the same. Listen, no offense to Archie Manning. You had two very talented sons. You've got potentially a talented grandson. Potentially. Deion Sanders is that guy twice. That guy twice. Okay.
In two
Then
different
Deion
sports.
in two different sports.
He got better stats he got better stats than some baseball players now when he
I mean, hey, I mean, I'm just saying, just think about it. And baseball really for
Oh
him
man.
was a secondary job. I mean, I know the baseball season's longer; they play 162 games and all that. But if you really think about it, prime time
180
was
at
all
that time.
now. Prime was already good call out. Prime already playing NFL, time, right? So that's OTAs, that's all those practices, that's all, all the script, all that preseason, regular, and then he's also showing up for his baseball team. I'm just saying, y'all want to give that man grief for supporting his sons and using whatever leverage he thinks he may or may not have as a father, as a Hall of Famer, okay, as a Hall of Famer, as a champion in the sport. See, it'd be different, like, and it still wouldn't be totally different, but it'd be slightly different if he was trying to make a pitch for Shador or Shiloh in baseball, because he was good in baseball. Obviously, he was on a World Series team, but baseball wasn't his first love, right? No.
Yeah.
He came back to the place where he is experienced as a player. He is experienced as a coach on the collegiate level, both with historically black colleges and Division One. And so he understands what it takes to be great. Now,
Right.
do his sons have to go out and prove their part? Yeah, they do. Same way
Yeah,
with
they do.
Bronny. But the thing of it is, we like Durante said, we pick and choose when we want to apply double standards to people. We'll let Archie Manning say the grandson ain't ready yet and do all this, but we'll get on Deion because he said my boys are ready. I mean, who and again, not knocking. Also, let's also remember too, Archie Manning played generations ago. I mean, you think about it. In between Archie Manning and today, there's the John Elways of the world, the Dan Marinos of the like. Think about how much football history has occurred between when Archie Manning's career wrapped up and where we are
Montana,
today.
Steve Young, L, like you said, L is bro. Let's go on, and then
Yeah,
there's Archie Man. Just being real, mind you, the man got a wealthy family. He got it. But I'm just talking about the media doing double standard shit. That shit childish. And on top of that, I just want to shout out what's that boy name? I don't even know it, the quarterback for Cleveland. Thank you for the pick and the fumble. Just kicked yourself in the fucking mouth. Good job. Anyway, keep it going. We're done.
which
I'm
which one
serious,
which,
bro. Huh?
which one of them had a pick and fumble?
Um,
Was it
I can't call
Gabriel?
his name. Yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, picking the fumble. And
Oh,
but
okay.
before that, but when he was having an interview saying, "Yeah, I'm not an entertainer. I'm here to play football." Everybody, like
Oh,
even some of like it didn't matter what color you were. You knew that man was trying to shoot shots. Then fucked around against us through a pick six and had a fumble. Great job. You proved yourself. You're such a good player. Now, mind you, you're doing better than me. But just play football, y'all. It's not. I mean, mind you, you're right. No, this is entertainment. It is entertainment. People don't want to admit that, but this is an entertaining sport. But play the game. Don't worry about who's beside you. Play the game because he ain't worried about you. He trying to get over you. He trying to play to get in front of you. He don't care about that. Play the game. Stop worrying about the next man beside you. Do you want those picks?
right. And right now, as far as I can tell it, both of y'all in the regular season are 0-0 for your career, right? So don't neither one of y'all have a victory in the regular season to be like, oh, we done made it yet. So at this point, you still competing for a job. You're competing with him. And the man you talking trash about when he was on the field outperformed you. If I was doing it just based off of statistics, one could make the case that Gabriel, you shouldn't have a job when they start cutting down the roster. And Shador, I mean, I'm not saying he will have one because they do have a lot of quarterbacks on this roster. But when you look at it and you know that the league has sort of
This case
limited
looks
them.
a little bit better than the other.
Yes, because you're limited to 3. We know that Deshaun is hurt, so we ain't gonna see him this year. Joe Flacco been named the starter. That means there's really only one spot left, and everybody else is either going practice squad or off team, right? So you look at it that way. Hey, Gabriel, you doing all them bumping them gums. After a while, you're gonna be walking them Flintstones up out of there, ain't you?
Just saying, just play the game, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, they make more money than me. I like to tell people that I'm an expert about nothing, but I got some common sense. If I'm sitting
Mm,
here trying to fight for a spot, I'm not about to
mm.
even fix my lips to say anything wild. What?
Your girl made her shoot shots. I'm about to read it to you so you understand. That's why I had. She said that you said, Durante, thanks for the pick and the fumble. Yet still got beat by the Browns. Then she said the dead emoji said, I know it's the preseason.
That's cool, bro. Hey, she already know. If the Panthers make the playoffs in 2023, 2029, I think I told her something like that, then we'll be good. Because they ain't making it this year, next year, or the following years. Maybe 2029, maybe 2030.
Mm.
But it ain't gonna be these next couple years. So people down there, I can't even hear. Are y'all too far down there? I can't even hear what she's huh? All right, keep it going.
That's
I'm,
tough.
I'm sorry.
Well,
We're up here. We're up here. I'm sorry. Super Bowl champions can't hear y'all down there. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me not be
mm,
Gilly. Let me not be Gilly. I ain't gonna do. Gilly
that's
said,
tough.
"I love you, Jalen," and then Cam Newton was like, "Gilly." Yo, Cam Newton podcast that be weak, yo. I swear, bro. He a petty motherfucker. I can't be
Mm-mm.
mad. Because
That's
I
great. Well,
mean, I'm not gonna shoot nobody personally. Like if I'm coming at, it's just gonna be about like sport or whatever it is. But personally, just yeah. Like when stats come up, it's like everybody tries to hit Cam below the belt. And I understood what Cam was trying to say about Jalen. Do I agree with it? Hell no. But then people bring up, well, you didn't jump on the fumble. I'm not about to bring that up. I'm just gonna say, Cam, yes, you had a good career, but you're gonna be real about it. If we want to look at stats right now, Jalen has a Super Bowl, and that's what people go by. But when it's okay, we change the script and say, well, if we take away Super Bowls, I'm better than him. Okay, all right, but we can't. So here we are.
well, here's the crazy part. So, and I'm with you, Durante. But what happens if? And I'm not saying this is going to happen. So, Mr. Director, before you come in our ear, don't say nothing. But what happens if Jalen turns it on this year and wins MVP? Now, what you got to say, Cam? Because now y'all got the same hardware. Because remember, he was saying that the personal accolade being MVP shows that I'm great at my job. I'm the best at my position in the NFL. I'm the best. I'm the best player, arguably, in the NFL based on what an MVP is supposed to
He
stand
got
for.
that. Yes.
So if Jalen wins regular season MVP, then he got the Lombardi, which you got to the big game, but you didn't get close to touching, and he would then be an MVP. So I mean, would he get? I would be curious, and I'm not. And Wes says I'm a Jalen defender. I'm not that, but greatness has to recognize greatness. It is what it
What
is.
is wrong with that, bro? This is what I'm telling y'all. We got rid of this man because we need people that are unbiased. He's biased to the fact that his team ain't seen greatness since he was in Pampers, and we get it. Nah, before he was born. So we get it. But damn, Wes, just give. And then people would tell me, y'all just now starting to win. Okay. And when y'all just now starting to win, what the fuck did y'all do? The same thing I'm doing. So
Mm.
oh yeah. So we're looking for a new host and another co-host. All right, y'all be safe.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just curious if the narrative will change once if Jalen wins some more hardware. But time will tell on that. For those of you not aware, we're getting ready to come up on our last preseason games this week. So preseason get ready to wrap up, and then full speed ahead to the main course. We ready for this regular season to start. My season gonna start probably 0-1, but it is what it is.
It's okay, dog. I just want a good game. I just want a good game.
I like
I
to
just
see a
want a
good
good
game
game, bro.
too. If
I
we
just
ha-
want a
hey
good game.
if we happen to beat the champs, I would just say this: I'm
You
not
can
gonna come
talk all
here.
the shit in the world, and
No,
I ain't gonna
no,
say
no.
nothing
Look,
until week 99.
I I ain't gonna come in and gloat. Here's the thing: if we beat the champs in at the link, and then y'all come to Jerry World and get beat late in the season, I might make a little noise. But until we beat you twice, we'll see where the chips fall there. But I guess we ought to, as Wes would say, get on up out of here. So with all that, we like to thank you all for watching and listening with us today. I guess we'll start as we often do. We will shout out to Big Dog, even though he's not there. So, Wes, this is your cue to get the QR code on the screen. I'm messing with our director behind the scenes. So the big dog's not here, but listen, y'all, that's okay. We still moving on. We still supporting the big dog. So, kids are going back to school. We know folks are wearing hoodies and things all year round. So this is the time to get your apparel if you haven't already secured it. Make sure to check out Big Dogs Only. QR code is on the screen. I believe we got the red hoodie up there tonight with the black writing. As the big dog says, listen, only the dogs survive. And if you don't know the way, you in the way. Definitely come by and give my man some support and show him some love. And with that being said, I guess I'll hit up, see something, say something, check out Gifted Hands. Gifted Hands 08 on Instagram. If you're listening and not watching the QR code, that'll be up here on the screen momentarily. Get your custom decor, your items created, your charcuterie, your event planned, whatever you can dream up. My wife can make it become a concept, become a reality. I'm saying that I also help. So sometimes you hire her, you get me too. It's a package deal. It kind of works out that way, kind of nice sometimes. So if you want to support your boy and his wife, definitely give us some love. We appreciate all the love that you guys showed us throughout this year. It's been a very busy year. And again, shout out to the team that made sure that we got this baby shower over the weekend through successfully. Shout out to Wesley, who, despite many things, was also able to support us a little bit that day as well. So I appreciate him, despite all the things that going through. My man is always a good homie and down for the team. So I appreciate him. So much love to him and to all those that helped us this weekend. And with that, Durante, I believe, sir, that the floor is yours.
Look, y'all already know. Be safe. Y'all pray for West for real. I don't know your religion is, but keep that man in your thoughts and prayers. I give him shit all the time, but God love for him. But one thing he does, Brand, me, and Byron do,
Hey, hold on. Let me tell y'all. Hold on. Let me tell y'all why Durante look like that because y'all
you
can't hear
try to
that.
do something for people. You try to
Hold
do
on.
shit for people, and this
Hold
is what.
on.
Go ahead, Brand.
Hold on. Let me fill them in so they know why you mad. So Durante asked y'all. Well, first off, listen. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna get on West. If West don't want to out, listen, y'all can pray for me. Just pray for God to bless me. The West said y'all get talking like I'm dying. You don't even want the people to pray. We don't say West is dying, but you just pray. Think of West. Pray for West. We all need prayer. I need prayer. I'm not sick. I don't have anything going on. But hey, I could always use a little more money. I could always use some help some kind of way. Listen, we got to get in the cars and drive. People don't know how to drive.
No,
No, no,
fuck
no,
you. I
no.
want he know here. My fault. I'm my fault.
Y'all, so Durante made an outburst because Wesley said that, if we send him money to go ahead and pray for
Don't send him shit. Don't pray for him. Tell the nigga he can. Tell him he can kick rocks barefooted and walk on Legos. Fuck Wesley.
oh,
Y'all brush your teeth, wash your ass, you use a bidet, you're nasty as
oh,
fuck.
hold on. But before we get out of here, I got to put this. Kelvin came in late, but he is here. Kelvin, I'm going
Shout
to
out
read this.
Kevin.
And Kelvin waited until I'm the host of the show to have to kick a man while he's there. Kelvin said, Cowboys documentary out on Netflix. Fans relive the glory days forever. This is some tough stuff, but it is true, Kelvin. You are 110. Well, actually, I haven't watched Netflix because I'm not giving Jerry a dime of my money and nor my time. And I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm going to say this. I didn't know I was going to take this tangent as we were closing out.
That's
And then,
cool.
Roger, I'm going to let you close. I might not even watch many Cowboys games this year. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna watch the season opener because I want to see what the team looks like with the first teams on both sides of the field. But if they come out looking like I imagine they're gonna look, it ain't gonna. I'm gonna be watching other teams all season long probably. So that being said, I have made my peace with the Kelvin. I hope the others do. But the Cowboys fans, they drink the Kool-Aid, so it is what it is. But Durante, back to you. And again, apparently Durante said, "Don't pray for West because West only wants it if it gives him money."
He just won't. He just pretty much said he literally told me it was like, I'm not dying. Well, fuck it. Don't pray for him. And then went and them stop playing. No. Can't even pray for the man. Just say, "Hey, blessings be upon you." Like nothing, nothing like that. Can't even
Right.
get that.
Well,
Like,
they
damn,
didn't
bro.
say they didn't say you were dying. They just like, and God, please bless Wesley. Wesley's like, whoa. I'm not dying. I'm not. Wes, you can still use a blessing. Good gracious.
Like, dang. What's like, just wait till I'm on my deathbed, then pray for me. What?
Hey, nah. Hey, Wes,
Damn.
you don't wait till the building burned down to pull the fire alarm. You pull the fire alarm when you know something's on fire. You're like, hey, cuz, we gotta get out.
What's waiting to the last second. God,
the,
no.
the whole building will collapse. Wes is
Oh
like, oh,
man.
okay, I'm on fire now. Put it alarm.
Oh
All right,
man.
Durante, take us home, man. Take us home.
No, that was it. Y'all be safe. Have a good week. Dominate the week. Y'all brush your teeth, wash your ass, all right? And hydrate. Hydrate.
All right. Well, as the man said, with all that being said, y'all, again, this is the Experts About Nothing podcast. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. We love the interaction. But with all that, y'all, we're out.
Pray for me.